If, sadly like me, you've never finished a Doom game before,
you are a sad, strange little man, and you have my pity. Farewell.
Then I can honestly say you are missing out. Doom 2016 is the reboot, if you will, to the franchise that helped kick off and further adapt first-person shooter games to what they are today. The original Doom today is still an absolute classic. Then Doom 3 changed the style from an action-packed shooter and focused more on the horror aspect of the setting of Doom. Now, the reason I've never finished a Doom game before is because my first exposure to the series was Doom 3 when I was around 9 years old. And seeing a zombie appear from an elevator and a Hell Knight charge at you, you can be safe to assume that my 9-year-old self was instantly uninstalling the game and continued to play Mario and pretend like the world was a safe place.
I am a man! And a man does not carry a purse!
With the upcoming release of Doom Eternal coming in early 2020, I thought I'd finally sit down and finish a Doom game, and why it took me 3 years after the title's release is absolutely beyond me. Doom always has and always will be about killing demons, just like Wolfenstein is for killing Nazis, and just like Batman shouldn't have a gun on the end of his Batmobile killing people. But unlike Wolfenstein, the story element of Doom 2016 isn't the main reason you should be playing this title, but for the combat. That's not to say that Doom 2016 doesn't have a story, but it takes a back seat to the combat. Just like the gameplay being set around killing demons, you'll also be playing as the iconic Doom Marine or Doom Guy. In Doom 2016 you'll start strapped to a table, kill a small amount of zombies, and strap yourself in to the armor of the Doom Marine. The Doom Marine, the Doom Guy, the Doom Slayer, anyway, the main character you'll play as in Doom doesn't have a voice, a personality, or a name. You're just the Doom Marine. Put it this way, the Doom Marine has less personality than the character you made in Grand Theft Auto Online, and he's cooler than that bitch the Master Chief.
Damn! Put your glasses back on.
Everything the Doom Marine or the Doom Slayer or whatever the fuck you want to call them does in these brief cutscenes in Doom 2016 is a simple, no-nonsense rule.
Together we run a no-nonsense office.
There's points in the story where you'll be instructed to carefully remove items and you'll literally curb stomp it. The Doom Guy does not give a fuck. His job is to kill demons and that's it. Not that we should worry about spoiling the story of a game that came out back in 2016, but the basic story is you're the Doom Slayer, you've been awakened, it's on Mars, and things get worse. Combat is everything in Doom, and my god, the combat in Doom 2016 is outstanding. Each kill feels like it's getting a headshot in Gears of War, but you get that with every weapon. You'll start the game with a pistol sidearm that has unlimited ammo and can be charged up for more damage. But the trade-off is it leaves you exposed as the pistol needs to cool down. The pistol, of course, is the starting weapon, and also the most forgettable. After picking up your first real weapon, I forgot I had the fucking pistol. You'll be picking up standard weapons along the way like the combat shotgun, an assault rifle, a plasma rifle, and one of Doom's more iconic weapons such as the rocket launcher. No, it's not the most recognizable weapon in Doom, but the rocket launcher gameplay is so damn fun, they made a fucking Overwatch hero who uses the exact same weapon but can fly. As you further progress, you'll find these little robot/drone-like machines holding what can only be described as a lunchbox for someone who bricks up their back door to their house. These boxes will let you add 1 to 2 attachments to your weapon. For instance, the standard combat shotgun, you can add a grenade launcher-like attachment holding down the left trigger or L2 that fires an explosive round, or you can pick up an attachment that charges up to 3 shotgun rounds for dealing quicker damage. You get these attachments for nearly every gun, and we'll get back to what weapons don't have that later.
In effect.
Doom already had one of the most iconic gaming themes of all time. Since Doom's original release, there have been hundreds of great video game scores like 2018's God of War, Halo, Gears of War, Final Fantasy, and when you're essentially rebooting an iconic game with an instantly recognizable theme, you've got a goddamn tall order to follow. Bring in Mick fucking Gordon. Before I even started playing it, I'd heard the entire Doom 2016 soundtrack, and holy fuck knuckle, is the score insane. And it works with every single game and activity you can think of. As you can see and hear as well, the score changes as you play Doom. When you're in combat, the music is loud and intense to match the combat, while during some of the platforming sections, the music has a demonic atmospheric vibe, and it's fucking outstanding. The score alone was one of the reasons why I decided to do this review. Mick Gordon is a damn metal John Williams. When I first heard the iconic theme redone, I was a little unsure, but the main theme works as an introduction to the outstanding piece of video game music. When I think of Doom, I think of the frightening Hell Knight from Doom 3, the fire-throwing imps and the damn zombies. Reminder that I didn't play much of Doom 3 as well. Being the Doom Slayer, not much will damage or scare you. Hearing Doom 2016 zombies and being attacked from behind is more of a, what the fuck was that? Rather than, fuck this game, I'm done.
What the hell are you doing?
Demonic presence at unsafe level. Lockdown.
After fighting a couple of waves of zombies, we're given the pesky imps, which same as zombies, they're not as terrifying as they were in Doom 3. Imps are more annoying than zombies and will run away from you when you chase them. They generally hang from walls, throw fireballs, run up, scratch you, and then book it quicker than a hipster leaving a restaurant that didn't have a vegan option.
Take that. Take this. Come here, you little squirt.
The first enemy in Doom 2016 that gave me the fear sweats is the Hell Knight. Even though I'm the fucking Doom Marine, the Hell Knight had me thinking and prioritizing enemies in combat. Having a room full of zombies and imps and cacodemons and pinkies, I wouldn't give a fuck. But at a Hell Knight or two and I found myself checking my weapons and my chainsaw fuel.
Now you will go to sleep, or I will put you to sleep. Check out the name tag. You're in my world now, Grandma.
As I mentioned, we do get pinkies, and they look a little different to what we got in Doom 3 and that great Doom movie. There are also the iconic cacodemons, which strangely, when these guys appeared in the game, I got excited. Doom 2016 also has a multiplayer mode, an arcade mode that allows you to replay the campaign with all the weapons and you play for the highest score. To be honest, I didn't bother touching anything outside of the main campaign. I have no opinion on multiplayer in Doom 2016 and will provide none. So if you're looking for me to talk about something about multiplayer, look elsewhere. Outside of the combat, there are some simple platforming areas which I kinda liked. Yep, platforming in a Doom game. I liked it. It worked as a great breather between combat, and I found myself enjoying the level designs and the actual world itself. You'll also have a chainsaw, which is a limited use weapon. Using the chainsaw on enemies requires fuel. The bigger the enemy, the more fuel is required. Anytime you kill someone with a chainsaw, they'll pay off more ammo than the Fantastic Four films disappoint their fans.
Did you just...
Finally, it wouldn't be a Doom game without the BFG, and if you don't know what the BFG stands for, let The Rock explain it for you.
Big fucking gun.
The BFG is the gun version of a win button. Any enemy except a cyber demon in its blast radius of the BFG is instantly vaporized. This weapon is also limited use like the chainsaw. You won't be picking up ammo for your BFG like you'll be picking up ammo for your standard weapons, but you'll need to find separate BFG ammo, which looks a little bit like the Okama Game Sphere from South Park.
Okay, turn it on.
The BFG, the super shotgun, the pistol, and the chainsaw are the only weapons that don't get attachments. And the BFG and the chainsaw don't have any upgrades at all, because they're a fucking win button. Though not all weapons in Doom are useful. The Gauss cannon feels a little bit like a combination of a rifle and a railgun, and it feels a little bit out of place. The only time I ever used the Gauss cannon was when I couldn't be fucked dealing with a heavy enemy, so I'd charge up the weapon, waste all my plasma ammo, and bam, done. During combat it is ill-advised to stay still, and a rifle weapon generally calls for precision, and with the fast pace and arcade action of Doom, the Gauss cannon just didn't really work with my playstyle at least. Towards the end of the game, you'll also collect the chain gun, and fuck me, this weapon is so fun to use, and its attachments are pretty damn sweet. You can either prep the chain gun by activating the barrel so it's ready to fire straight away rather than having to wait for the barrel to warm up, or you can split the chain gun in two and act it like a mobile turret, but it can overheat. Though, the chain gun and the assault rifle use the same ammo, so you'll need to keep that in mind.
Hell energy into clean, controllable Argent energy. It powers this facility and is broadcast throughout the universe from Argent Tower, providing all the energy a family needs to live a fun and productive life on Earth and the surrounding.
About halfway through the game, you'll find a weapon more badass than Tom Savini's cock gun from Dusk Till Dawn, the Super Shotgun. Basically, a classic shotgun that fires 2 shells at once, deals an insane amount of damage, but doesn't have the range or the attachment options as a standard combat shotgun. This weapon can be upgraded too though, allowing you to fire twice before having to reload, as normally you'll be reloading quickly after every shot. As soon as I picked up the Super Shotgun, the combat shotgun joined that bargain bin where the pistol was. You can also perform an execution on enemies if you deal enough damage, which not only has the Doomslayer brutally rip and tear demons apart, but it also gives you either health or ammo. Unlike previous games where you can perform executions, with Doom 2016, you don't get bored or tired of seeing some of the same executions, and even after 6 hours into the game, there are still executions that I hadn't seen before and they were blowing me away. I mean, look at how fucking brutal these are. Alright people, I like this game if it's not obvious. However, there's no such thing as a perfect game. Especially not fucking Zelda. That can fuck off.
How dare he?
Back to Doom. I love the combat, but towards the end of the campaign, you'll be doing nothing but combat and combat and combat. Walking into every room, you could tell instantly that you'd be jumping straight into combat again. The first 2/3 of the game break up the combat with platforming and a couple of cutscenes. I thoroughly enjoyed my time with them, but by the end of the campaign, I was getting a little bored of the combat. Well, look, maybe not bored. I was finding the combat a little stale. From what we've seen in trailers and gameplay for Doom Eternal, we can see that we can activate traps and be more creative with combat. It seems a little bit like Bulletstorm. I found the gunplay and the weapon style of Bulletstorm fun and addictive, and being able to environmentally kill enemies made it exciting and unique, and it looks like we'll be getting this with Doom Eternal. Alright, confession time. This is my first time finishing a Doom game. I have played a little bit of Doom 3 when I was a kid, but this is also my 4th attempt at trying to finish Doom 2016. I borrowed it from a mate once, I downloaded it on Xbox Game Pass a couple of times, I even bought it for my PlayStation 4, and still only got an hour or two through the campaign and got bored. The opening hours of Doom I found a little slow, especially in the narrative department. Now, before I get 100 comments saying, "What idiot wants a story in a Doom game, you fucking noob?" Well, yes, I am a noob in the Doom department. I understand you're the Doomslayer, we're awoken from a stone tomb, we need to kill demons. But the supporting characters of Samuel Hayden and Olivia Pierce seem like a bit of a side thought. If you want to know more on these characters, you'll need to find UAC journal entries and read about them in a codex. Hopefully, we'll get a bit more story development with Doom Eternal, but look, only time will tell. I enjoyed Doom 2016. I had a load of fun and I was damn impressed with the combat and the weapons. It took me multiple attempts to finish Doom 2016, but to be honest, I'm glad I finished it, and now I'm fucking excited for Doom Eternal. The gameplay, the weapons, the platforming, the level design, and the fucking soundtrack. You can find Doom 2016 pretty cheap on PC, Xbox, and PS4, and you can play Doom on the Nintendo Switch if you want to, I guess. But from what I've heard, Doom is not the same on the Nintendo Switch. I hope you enjoyed this longer and more in-depth review. Well, look, more in-depth compared to our other reviews. If there's a game you want me to review just like Doom 2016, leave a comment below and I'll see what I can do. Be sure to keep your eyes on this page as we're constantly making video game reviews.